Huh, Bob?
I did the rolls, yes.
Great. Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Did
wonderful.
Bob do most of it, sis?
Oh, actually, all, you know, Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What a guy. What a guy. Oh, it all looks so
Not easy.
good.
Faster. Too slow.
Did you hear that, Jerry? Faster, she said.
Uh-huh.
Something's never changed.
You went ahead of it then a half hour ago, Bob.
Oh, and there's the meat cutter guy.
The meat cutter guy.
Patrick Joseph over there carving up the meat.
Oh, Kevin, this is going to be so hot. You could put a little more gravy on those too.
Oh, looks so good. You all have to come to the table and find your spots.
Bought a pair because I didn't have any slippers. Stuffy little things. They were, oh, they are nice. Oh, they really are.
What do they call these?
Well, certainly they're slippers, but they're really nice. They're cute, yes, they are. They're cute. Oh, I know
Talk
it.
to people at the fireplace and go to bed with them.
No, I'll try that. I thought they liked that.
They're good night, too? Yeah. That's right. Thank you.
Oh, I know. I gotta take the cap off. There. Andrea couldn't see any.
Well, I had a fork in this dish, and I was swishing the water around it.
You mean you wasn't looking?
Well, I didn't think the fork was in there. I was looking.
But the end, it's gonna heal.
Huh?
It's gonna heal up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get, well,
It'll heal.
Okay, good enough.
You're taking a picture.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how
I'll
it comes
smile,
out.
it won't hurt
No,
you.
I can't
Oh,
smile.
wait, here, I'll get you
I'm
both
not
in.
the smiling type.
Okay, we should get one of those pitchforks. Dad could hold it.
The pitchfork. This was
Yeah.
sharp as a pitchfork.
Right.
You know, other people have got stuck with
Look.
that same goddamn thing.
Like
Yep.
I'm bleeding.
That happened when you were
They're all on the big.
back and forth and make a noise.
That's nice.
We had about 19 people there
I heard
that
that
night.
noise.
Is that busy?
That's
Busy
why I looked
night.
around.
Oh, you're a good
Wow, and
entertainer.
it keeps all the electric fire starts coming out of the windows.
They're liquor.
I'm like a light. I was
Resting on grandma's shoulder.
What a great dinner we had, Dad. I think it was my birthday instead of yours. I ate so much.
He put his toe in his mouth. He does that when I change him. And so I was trying to.
The problem with my camera is I bought this in Hong Kong and got stung on it. All the instructions are in Japanese, so
Yeah, I did too.
Well, he does. Okay, hang on.
you know what the Oriental girl said when she exposed her boobies?
No.
She says, nip on these.
Dip on these. Oh.
First 9 months.
But I wasn't. I just sitting in the car,
Doing nothing,
writing and eating.
doing nothing.
Nothing.
That was when you came back here.
Well, after we were married
About
about
3
how many-
months, 2 or 3 months.
2 or 3 months, he was on the road, and I didn't have to cook. We was riding in the car, traveling, and
Did
making
you? I bet you like that.
Oh, I did. That's why I married him. And now I'm staying home and cooking and working, washing, and
That's a cute picture, Bob.
things.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same dress as that one there. Only I didn't have my jacket on.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's a good picture.
You want to sit here?
No. Anyway, this is a motel in Oklahoma. This is all car.
Taking a
That's your
Tim's
car there,
sled.
okay.
And that was
And at that time, you could rent a motel unit like that, you know, for
We
about
just
$4.
got these
I
together.
bet.
$4.
Actually, we had them in there.
And you could eat in the restaurant, you know, and the meals. We stopped in Chicago, it's one of the best restaurants there. And you ought to see what she picked out. She had a tray, she loaded that. She had a big baked potato, the goddamn thing was that big.
No wonder she gained 20 pounds on that road trip.
But I couldn't eat it.
She couldn't eat it, she
No,
get
it's
that
too
stuff,
much.
you know.
And
Rice
everything
with
looked
pickles
so
in
good
it,
in
good.
cafeteria, you know, I had to take a little of everything.
I think you still are noted for that.
Here's a picture
Taking a
of
little
me
bit
and
of
my
everything.
brother. At
It's like
Christmas
a
time,
knife.
I look like
But I
my mom
ate
holding
good
my
tonight,
hands
too.
up.
Yeah.
like everything.
What
Yeah,
tastes
I
good?
eat a lot
Yeah,
too.
it was real
I
good.
think I eat more than I never did.
I eat good. I don't know why I don't gain. I just can't gain.
Well, it's for your metabolism.
At Christmas.
Oh,
It's running around the house.
Oh, you may
I
want to
do,
see
I
some
just
of these. I'm
run
gonna
around
take
all
out some.
She never sits down.
No, during the day, at nights I sit here and read my paper and relax, put my feet to the
Say, are there two warm baths sitting there? No, that's what it says, turn that off.
Right.
Fine.
That's easy.
Yeah,
That's
there are
fine.
two more.
You feel too warm?
No, no, it's just
I
right.
think you are.
But I said we're both comfortable and relax. But why I can't gain weight, I don't know. I just.
Well, you don't sit down enough.
I know.
She's on her feet.
That's my
On
problem.
her
Seats a
head,
day.
she's down.
Yeah. Well, I don't until night. After I
Well,
get
this
all my dishes done and everything done,
No.
then I sit here and relax
She's
and
on her
read.
feet from the time she
But
gets
you're
up.
so tired, you
But all
probably can't
day,
read very
I'm-
long.
I just keep puttering around and I think of something and I've got to do it.
Here's some pictures.
Well, then we probably won't be able to change you guys.
No, no.
Oh, this is new, new chairs.
Well, I don't care if I'm skinny as long as I feel good. That's me.
That's important.
Yeah. I feel fairly good, that's why I haven't run to the doctor. I'm gonna stay away as long as I can.
You see these? Look.
Yeah, Jerry, I think you really owe it to yourself to take the summer off and be on that little sailboat there.
Good idea, Bob. I'm going to take your advice. Dad thinks I ought to work because I'm so young.
You gotta smell the roses.
Isn't that awful?
He can't understand why I'd ever leave a
I
job.
didn't know that was me.
I had most of the time off when I worked for the
Hey, there's
government.
some good pictures in there, and there are duplicates of some of those.
This
You
is
could
better.
I'm
take
taking
some of
the
those
summer
to
off.
see.
Are you?
But it's better. isn't it?
You're not going to work too hard this summer?
This
I don't think so.
one is horrible.
And this, look at this one. There's three here. See?
No, I enjoy the summers.
Yeah,
Spring.
this is all right.
That's cute.
I was gonna ask you, Jerry, how many fish ladders, do they have one on every dam yet, or are they just starting out to put?
Yeah, I think there's a fish ladder in every dam.
Is there now?
Yeah, but we're not building fish ladders. We're trying to get the fish back to the sea,
What,
Because-
back to what?
back to the ocean.
You mean, so they won't get ground up in the,
This is horrible.
No, they don't run them through the turbines. They've got a place where they shoot them out in a chute. But the water goes so fast that and it drives the fish down to the bottom, and they get like the bends. The oxygen goes into their system, and then they float belly up, you know.
I never knew that.
They're just like a person. If we get nitrogen in our system, we get the bends. They get too much oxygen, which they get going over those dams, then they'll die.
You're cute, just like it. Isn't that cute? So when I told Sis, I said, no. Sis always said, Jordan
Now, where's
looks
this
like
taken?
Johnny when he's a baby.
Yeah.
That's their new house. Chris and Ruby's
Yep.
new house
Okay.
up on at LaCon.
Janice
Okay.
and Andy and
there's an
Patty were
outside
cute.
picture.
And weren't they?
This is
Yeah,
the spit
they're
that you go up to
cute
the
when
counter,
they're-
that's where the boats go
I
past.
wanna
Jerry,
take that
now,
picture out
Jerry,
so when
isn't
they
that
ever see him
cute?
again.
Oh, it's so
Mr.
cute.
Blue Eyes.
That's
Oh,
inside their
that's
house,
so
and that's the
cute.
outside.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dad. Happy birthday to you. And
Thank you very much.
a happy 93rd
All
birthday.
right, we got 3 big candles in the middle.
Oh,
I hope
can-
I'm around here until I can.
Can you blow those
On
out?
the outside.
You probably will the way you're going.
108.
All right, wait
Can
a
you
minute.
still blow the candles out though?
What?
Give me a big smile. Oh, that's a good one. An Irish smile.
Okay.
Can you still blow those out?
Yeah, yes.
Yay!
Yay! Happy birthday to you.
Well, Bob's
Make a
comes
wish.
first and Jerry's second.
Oh God, you got it in 3 breaths. That's pretty good, Bob.
I just didn't do it.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
No,
Oh.
Jerry's gonna, you're
let's see,
gonna
how
have
old
to sit
this year,
down.
Bob?
Linda, can you take a picture of Jerry?
57, Jerry. Not
Linda?
Oh,
a
my
good example
God.
of 57.
Jerry?
Not good, not good. What do you think, Dad? You could blow them out, couldn't you?
I could blow the damn thing off the table with all the
I didn't have the proper, I didn't really get right down on those candles.
Oh, I know. Do you want to try it again?
No, he was afraid of blowing the cake
I'll
off.
have to do it next year.
Let's see,
Okay, well,
Jerry,
can you
you
practice
sit
up
down.
then?
Well,
Sit down
it'll be a lot
there,
of practicing. I'll go to those
Jerry?
candle blowing.
Okay.
We want to sing happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Wait a minute.
Happy birthday, dear.
Did you make a wish? You got a wish.
Happy
He's
birthday.
got the wish.
Wait, your wish.
You gotta make the wish. Have you made a wish
Make
yet?
a wish.
Did you make a wish?
You bet!
In a
And I was
close.
wishing I'd blow all the candles out.
That night.
Yeah, if you ever
Then
left
you'll
that
have-
long.
Just turn it
Then
off
you-
and then take a picture.
Then you'll really wish for another year,
That's right.
Oh, look at Cecil B.D. Miller.
All right.
Take a picture of this.
Photographer at large here.
Here's our worker.
Oh.
Here's our worker.
Well, I was staying by a Bible.
Where he found his sweet Gussie. His love oh so pretty. The hello girl. He married in the year 1930.
I've been married ever since, and that'll be 63 years next June.
We'll drink to
Yay!
that. Now we'll back up a bit to 18 when they wed, and Art invited all the town to the old homestead. To chivalry and torment, the newlywed two, Babe vowed to get even if it was the last thing she'd do. So when Art and his bride set their tent on Grand's lawn, not a whisper was heard from the vast hidden throng. As Art danced nude in the headlights before each hidden eye, his mother no doubt wishing that she could just die.
Is that right, Art?
I heard they beat you
But the trouble is that we was in this umbrella tent.
Yeah.
And they run up, the whole bunch come out, and the goddamnest commotion, and they tore the tent down, and we was in there just like a sack. The tent had a canvas floor in it. And here I'm in there, all I had on was a smile.
I remember something on your 50th wedding anniversary that Jerry and somebody did something
That was
come
it.
out of the tent. Yeah, that was,
That was a
commemoration.
skit on that whole.
I remember that.
Yeah, we set up a tent, this umbrella tent.
We can't-
Everybody was hiding on this front porch, the mother, you know. We couldn't get
So like the
anybody
goddamn
around.
thumping bird comes
And
there.
we had our car facing the opening of the tent because we couldn't see, so we kept the car lights on till I got in bed. And they were watching all
Hi, Jerry.
More like their mother, less cutting, less noise.
Right, Bob.
Jerry was the oldest, and then there was Bob. A happy, loving family, but Pop needed a job. They came to Seattle, pulled a trailer up Madison Hill. Gussie won't forget that. The horror, the thrill.
I certainly won't because I thought, boy, that steep hill going up Madison.
From the waterfront.
Trucks were pulling a trailer.
I not only had a big trailer behind there, we had some of Alice's furniture stuff in there. I had a great big buzz saw on there that I used back in the Midwest. I had a saw on there that was about 5 foot in diameter that I could cut a log and put it in an oil barrel right off. But I had it out here and I made some money with it. Out there at that Ford plant, when it come out, they built that and they had, they had about 100 piles and they couldn't use them, they wanted to get rid of them. guy told me, he said, I'll tell you what I'll do. He says, I'll give you 2/3 of them if you cut them up. They were all this round big pile and didn't do them. So I cut them up for firewood with this big saw. All I had to do is work it up and down, and we had a roller carriage on there.
But for Jerry's asthma flared up and they moved to Deadwood.
That's a good idea.
They bought a triplex, added units, a motel. Till the taxes forced them out, they really did well. Then back to Seattle. They bought a hotel in '99. But the quality of customers wasn't always so fine. Art got a good job, bought a house, learned to fish, and Gussie and he fulfilled every wish. The boys were gone and they vacationed for fun. The kids got married and the grandkids did come. And now they have grands, great-grands, and great-greats. They're still like young lovers, those old roommates. We thank them for caring for you and for me, and we're thankful God made them part of our family. May God love you as we do. So,
Well done.
This is a poem written in 1924 on Art's 21st birthday by his Aunt Addie. His birthday, and he was 21 and felt quite gay. To make his birthday pleasant, Rose done her best and invited some of his friends for his guests. His old pal Catherine came to help Rose take up the rugs and carry out the stove. For those young people loved to dance and they had to have room to glide and prance. The stove was in the way, they hadn't room to glide, so Katie grabbed the stove and carried it outside. Those two girls worked hard and done their best to make things pleasant for all the rest. Eileen came next and ready for play, smiled on Arthur in her vampish way. But Arthur had another girl in his mind, not a bobbed hair girl, but the old-fashioned kind. You could see the pleased smile that came on his face when he opened the door for Ruth and Grace. He was courteous to all, but it was plain to see the old-fashioned girl was a girl of his group. Helen Fallon and Rose Crack came on time. Walter Carlson and Dill Pickles were first. The kind those two girls liked, you could see by a glance, for they sure got busy and asked them to dance. Bertha Charleston was invited and came too, for she had an object which we all knew. She had met a fellow and knew he'd be there with nice brown eyes and slick black hair. He was a little bow-legged, but weren't to blame. His feet weren't mates, but he got there just the same. When on Bertha he cast his lamps, his heart gave a jump at the very first glance. It was ladies choose partner, and Rose and Katie made a dive and got this fellow with the fine brown eyes. Now those two girls didn't mean any harm, they just wanted a fellow with a big strong arm. Now Rose was pigeon-toed, that's my mother, and had no grace. She was very good looking, all but her face.
That's great.
Katie was knock-kneed and had a crooked nose, and they both needed a developer, both Katie and Rose. Now Bertha thought the girls were going to get her guy. She rushed out on the porch and began to cry. Pete followed her out and they sat for a while. He dried her tears and she began to smile. I think this is Pete Dickman, isn't it?
Yeah, Pete Dickman.
Arthur and Katie had the floor first. Those two and showed all the others something new. Arthur done the steppin' and Katie shook a wicked hip. The rest all looked on and they all got a tip. They done the shimmy and then the foxtrot. Eileen followed up with a big leg flop. Pete saw something that got him excited. He wouldn't have come if he'd known Eileen been invited. I don't think Eileen was all to blame. There were two other girls that I could name that wanted a fella. They didn't have any. I think those girls had got his nanny. But those two girls were both quite wise and hated to see Bertha cop the prize. One had asked him to go out with her, out to the lake, but he said it's too far. No, we figured out this was my mother. There's no hope for her. She's left in the shade. I think she's cut out to be an old maid. The other one is learning to type, working very hard, and she's all right. She will soon be in an office, for she is wise, and she'll rope in one of those old guys. And she will be an old man's honey, for Katie is the one that likes the money. She did. That's exactly what happened to her. Well, it came 12 o'clock and time to go. The girls couldn't walk on account of the snow, so Arthur volunteered to take his car and take them all near and far. They all made a dash, but Helen got the front seat, and Arthur was pleased to have a girl so sweet cuddle down so close to his side. I am sure he, for one, enjoyed the ride. He got them all safely delivered at last. It took quite a while, for he had quite a task. He had to say goodbye to one and all and help them safely in for fear they would fall. We all went to bed, but Katie was game. Who says she's not a sport is sure lame. For she waited for Arthur, went to sleep in her chair. But when he got back, brave Katie was there. You gotta know Katie. Oh my God, I know her real well. She carried in the stove and put it up to and done everything there was to do. Katie stayed with Rose, but they couldn't sleep. Rose yelled, "We have lost!" Katie ground her teeth. But Arthur had sweet dreams. He dreamed he was a sheik with a harem full of beauties. He laughed for a week. And what I have written is true, I must say, for this happened on Arthur's 21st birthday.
That's not true, is it, Dan?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you, must go and I must buy. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. Flowers are dying. If I am dead, as dead I will maybe. We'll the place I am lying and say I'm lonely.
And I shall hear
and all my grain will warmer, sweeter be. For you will tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come for me.
that sad stuff. Let's get something to sing.
I don't think we're supposed to sing the fair.
This is Art Johnson's house. I'm standing on the porch of Willetta Johnson. There's this Johnson's house. We're on Hood Canal. All taken off of Art Johnson's front porch. That's the resort on the street, or up the bay on Hood Canal.
Thanks, you can't do like you
Kind of hobbling around and
That Ford delivery truck would never know what hit him.
no.
Knocked the radiator clear off.
Well, tell us again, Dad, how you were looking at this girl and didn't see the truck. Is that
That guy driving the
I've
truck
been-
was looking at a woman.
you saw the woman though, right?
Looking at the woman.
You saw the woman?
No, I saw a woman.
I bet it
and
was Dad looking at
This
the
guy, I think he was looking at her. She had a shopping
pop
cart
one
waiting.
red.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's the truth.
He was gonna do me such a big favor, take the shopping cart.
No, I bet those parts are gonna be out in the lot.
No, I'll tell you what they
Well, they're out in front of the
Now,
store.
when you got a shopping cart, if it's on the hillside, you don't want to take it, lay the sound of the gun on the side.
You were on a hill?
On the
Kind of
hillside. That's where we stop our car, so
Oh.
kind of rolling along there.
All right.
Okay.
Yesterday, I told Bob, the day before, the adjuster is coming on Wednesday. Then afterwards, I looked at the date on the calendar, and the 18th comes on Thursday. So I thought, oh my God, I've got to let Bob know because he may turn down some appointment or some necessary thing.
That's right, he probably would have.
So anyway, there was nobody home, and I called the office. So
And he wasn't there.
he wasn't there, and they said, just put on his entrance here.
Yeah.
And I'm always scared to talk on entrances. I don't know
Listen, when
why.
I see in the
Why not?
paper
I don't
somebody
So
else
did you
sells
talk
something,
on
You
his
did.
So I did.
Yeah.
And I
And I
talked
called
so,
her back because of that.
and I talked so fast, I forget what I said. I said, the adjuster doesn't come till Thursday. This is your mom. Call 932-7741.
You didn't know
This is
that.
your mom.
Jesse,
You know,
what
I'd
on those
rather talk to a
recordings,
person than
you
to
can
the
talk
answer.
for as long as
They
you
give
want,
us
as
the answer
slow
we
as you
get.
want.
Oh,
There's
really?
no,
And I tried to
it
talk
can
so
go,
fast.
you know how long
Yeah,
that
but they
tape
got
goes
answer
for about
questions.
an hour and a half.
That's it.
I bet I would. I would love to see all the hustle bustle of that activity.
Hey, I'm glad you asked because we have it on tape.
Anytime.
Oh, you
We
do?
have Hong Kong, the hustle and bustle, and I'll save you a $10,000 trip. To,
Oh, no, you want
See it
Jerry?
on
I
the
want to
show.
go
I have to
to
pay you to
Hong
see the
Kong.
tape.
no,
The
you.
tape's not where I want to go.
Oh,
I want to go shoppy.
Hey, you can
I
see
can't
Linda
shop
shopping.
here.
Hey, you don't want to buy anything in Hong Kong. Everything's more
And
expensive.
Gail are going to Japan.
To you,
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday, dear Mom Gussie. Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Oh, now wait a minute. Make your wish. You gotta really
We have a
inhale.
wish, Mom.
Look at all those
We have a wish,
candles.
right?
Wait a minute, I've got to make my
You got all
wish.
this
She
shit
always
with
does.
Eight,
I have to stop and think about
We won't interrupt your thinking.
Make a good wish, you know.
Okay.
Boy, blew the frosting off the cake.
See, now you
Wow.
even a struggle.
Wow.
God.
That is something else.
Kendall just had to lay down on that.
Look at the smoke from
Right, that's what
God.
Jeez.
That's great.
That is really something.
I never saw a kid walk that goddamn fast. Remember when Bob tried to blow it out with you?
He was laughing.
No, he... Not yet. Are you ready?
No.
Are you? Okay. Then could you have Sterling say something? Sterling. Sterling. Say Sterling. Could you say something intelligent for us?
I'm hungry. I want to go take a nap. That's not intelligent.
Oh, that sounds
But
pretty
that is, I'm
intelligent.
hungry. I want to go take my nap.
Is that what that means?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I think I understood that.
Can you smile? Maybe Jake can make you smile.
Hi.
Hey, Jade. How do you like that little brother here? That's not
There,
that's
it's
not
not.
Jade, that's the Meister. The Meister man.
What do you call it now?
Huh. The new stove they put in heats the whole house. Doesn't it, Meister? Is it nice and warm over there?
I'm gonna cry.
That's all. Oh, good cry pictures.
Get lots of those.
Let's see. There's a good cat picture. And who's the cat?
Oscar.
That's Oscar. And there's Andrea's garden, window garden. Oh, refrigerator, and the old stove. Gonna put, oops. Never mind, what I'm doing. There's the old Hummer. Good.
You're blowing his face. He's hungry. I want some. Smells good.
This is the bathroom, that's the shower area. And this is their sunken tub. And they're waiting for the tile. And waiting for the toilet seat for the new toilet. This window over the tub. And there's the windows up there. Let's see, I'll zoom in. What do you think of that? Yes.
He doesn't have any food. And
Oh, he's Terry.
Grandma and Grandpa to go home.
We're ready to fly. Oh, maybe he likes grandma's. Or he's overwhelmed. Wow, what is this? What is this? Wow, those big cushions in my ribs. Maybe this is feeding time. Must be lots of milk in those Hummers, he's saying.
Jerry. What's Grandpa doing, huh? Is it working?
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the big yawn. Oh, here he goes again.
That's pretty heavy, 50 pounds. Right? Meister? The Meister man. Well, boats fishing on the lower Grand Coulee. And guess who? Got our porta pot and our bed in the back, our nest. Okay, where are you going? Okay.
I'll show you what they're going to do. Go over here like this, take it back, and go. Empty.
So we turn them both down 10 degrees in the sun. And there's a big private tram right over there that takes you back.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, those steps are really fine. It works. Plus that couch folds out into a bed, so you sleep two out here. And you have a full kitchen instead of a, you know, like a lot of these places you have like a little half refrigerator, a little microwave. There's a full dishwasher. Nice refrigerator. Let's see.
What's the water like
You know, everything's here, and there's pots and pans, and they're real nice pots and pans, and copper bottles.
They look a little bit nicer than what I got at home. Mine must be.
But everything's here, and exactly the same in every unit. It's here. Plus 3 color TVs, fireplace, 2 VCRs. All in there, there's 2 showers. You got lots and lots of space. And we always provide extra pedals and buttons and all that, so if you need that. Now this is the side over here that you can either use it as one full continuous or you might now out of here there's 175 degree water comes out of here within 5 seconds. So if you want to have a hot cup of tea in the morning, there's also a little coffee maker and a refrigerator in here.
Oh, I see.
There's another VCR, TV, full bath with a nice big tub in it. Do me a favor and take a look at the tub in there.
You know, all you do is run a pipe up overhead. The shower head.
You guys like the ants? How do you guys feel about it?
Look this way. Huh?
Had a good night's sleep here.
Good spot. Her bed, her nest. There's the ocean. We're in, where are we, Linda?
Manchester.
Manchester, California, along the North Oregon coast. Beyond Campground River, I'm going to take a picture of the entrance here. Entrance from the ocean. know if I'd want to take my boat to there. Just north of Fort Myer, which is 15 miles north of Mendocino. Mendocino is where they film Abbott Cove. This looks like the East Coast. Actually, North. Heading to Benbow Inn, place that we stayed years ago. Probably 8 years ago. Just been renovated. When did we stop here?
Well, I think we stopped here with Wild 1980. When we were here 2 years ago.
Well, still at the Benbow Inn. And what is it you see, Linda?
Little flies buzzing around the plants.
Like. Oh yeah. The old Benbow Inn.
Fly across all this different time zone. It's like
Oh, I know.
we get home earlier than what we left there the day before. You know, so it's like we were just
Yeah.
the first day we were just weird.
That's true. We got to Seattle before we left Denver. I was like, I'm still in Denver? Oh no. Uh-oh. She went inside. Monster.
Okay.
You shut the door.
Oh, that's horrible. I'm so close.
Better make sure.
Right.
I think, you and Bob have something that
Cheese.
doesn't move though.
Say
Cheese.
Yeah, probably.
Say hi. Where's your nose? Where's your mouth? Oh, where's your mouth? Hey. Hey, where's your mouth? Where's your eye? Where's your feet? Where's your belly? Where's your finger? Where's your hair? Where's your cheeks? You got it.
Very quiet, man.
You can get a grip on those.
Yeah.
That's a handful.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Go for cheese.
Where's your chin?
Yep, there's the chin.
Where's your hair? Where's your ears?
Where's your eyes?
Where's your belly button? Belly button.
That's kind of high.
Uppy? You mean down? Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Melody, let's see your head. Melody, let's see your head.
Melody, just after you don't go deaf when you get hit in the head.
Melody, let's see your new head wound.
You're outing.
You just go deaf.
You guys are gonna make her.
No, she's okay.
Melody.
Well,
Let's see that new head wound.
Smile. Say cheese. Smile, Melody.
You paid extra for not having a red light.
Gate do chow.
Oh, see.
Ah.
Okay, get this
Oh
guy.
gosh.
So,
Gail.
fix the top.
Chris.
Come on, go.
Ding Hao. Ah.
Oh, that's nasty.
What's that, Ruby?
This doesn't have to be developed.
How nasty?
This thing's not
Good
even
at
working.
Chris tell you that was
This
nasty.
thing's not even working. Oh.
See?
On the barn now.
Ah.
Jerry, come and eat.
How'd you go?
Oh.
Oh.
Thank you, thank you.
Round,
Oh no.
round.
God, doll. No.
She knows how to make this group turn sweet after an ugly.
Over.
I've never seen you looking better. Or worse. That's the Muslim hat, Gail.
Yeah. You're wearing it backwards. They'll put it on like this. Let go. Put it on.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
lots of things. Here comes the good-looking guy.
Yeah, Jerry too.
If you had to work at Hobart, you'd have needed these hats.
Gate do chin. Kamusta ka?
I
I
Okay,
never
get this guy.
find evening at the Flynts. We're having a wonderful time at the Flynts.
Maganda gabi.
Wadoko desu ka?
Hey, you better give me the answer.
That's it.
Thank God.
Now what? What do I do now?
Throw it out the window.
Where? Where?
Where all the Japanese writing is.
I don't know.
All right, this is everything out.
Not that I had
Hey,
to drink.
What does that damn thing say? Look at it there.
Oh.
Hello. Looking.
How do I get to go back and
Isn't that the
reverse
truth?
zoom?
I don't think I've drank this much in
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
We're just forward.
big window.
Just take a picture though, and you
Clean
see
up
it's all in
after.
Japanese inside the lens.
Yes, it
too.
is, right.
Yes, and what does that mean? You've been to Japan. I
Well,
expect
we're
you to know.
clicking off the feet left
You
and
don't
right
know.
here.
What
Real
does,
Pam
it, what
Slim.
does it all mean? Tell me. Is there
Means this is
anything
not
flashing
this is
inside
in
there
Chinese. This is not Japanese.
You did it really
You got
it was
screwed
wonderful.
on this camera.
Yeah.
I hate to think about your floors though.
Ah,
You just scraped it up and fed it to us, didn't you, Ruby?
Jeez, man, this thing's so out
I
of
tried
focus.
to.
Hey, don't screw with the focus,
Well, you're
Chris.
too close to the focus. I think you're too close to focus. Isn't that what Gail always tells me?
Bofus?
I can't. That's this camera that
But
these
see the
people brought
little
from
thing
Japan.
there? That's all in
It's
Japanese.
only about this
Yeah, where's
big.
power off?
The
Right
whole
up-
thing is
right
the
above that.
screen.
How about
I can't
this?
figure out.
This button here or
Yeah,
this one here?
turn that button.
You take prints off
Turn
the
it or
video.
pull it?
It's the only thing
Or
I can
push it?
think of. It's the camera video.
Well, I don't know when the
But
thing
then
goes
you
off.
flip
It's
the
off.
thing over and you can see yourself
Well, it's
as
still
you're
running,
doing
man.
it. It was weird.
Okay.
Let's watch it now.
I've never seen it.
You got your thumb off the red thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't think the parents
Oh, did you
Don't
see that?
just disrupt
speak
it. Make-
really good Japanese. I mean,
Well, see this?
American because
Can I
she was
show
having
you
the
the-
kids.
What?
The Hong Hong video?
Well, keep shooting
Yeah.
Chris or something.
Yes.
Oh,
which one? For Sandy, what they brought for Sandy
God,
was
yeah,
a thing
you-
that's displayed.
Voting, huh? Yeah. Well, how's voting, Melody?
You having fun? Say fun.
Like, May 25th. That's good.
Yes.
Boat? You see a boat?
On a boat. Just like when we were coming out here. We're on the airplane, and she's looking out the window going, airplane! And another one. I'm like, you're on one, kid. Come on. Lift it up.
Is this our first visit to a yacht club?
Yeah.
Read this morning, Melody. Yeah, go sit in the chair. Go sit in the sun a couple minutes, huh? A big plane, yes. Come on. Huh? Yeah. Hey, you're pretty. Oh, yeah?
It's a little hard to see. Sits on the corner of Admiral Way. I'm going to be going inside now. Pretty bright out. These are the steps up to the front door. I'll be going inside. Let's see. What can you give me a little history on when you were installing, or when you knew any of Jim's kids when they were little?
Oh, is this will take the sound too?
Yes, yeah, it's listening right
better
now.
than that other outfit.
Yeah.
Okay, Jim sent Jack with me, and we went down in southern Illinois to, I think it was Chandlerville or something like that, the name of the town. And I remember we went to, we'd go to dances, we meet. Jack and I was dated up. There's always a bunch of girls around town, young girls, wanting to go to a dance. And I remember it just rained like hell for about a week, and the whole country was flooded down there. It was right close to Havana, Illinois. We'd go from this town over to where the dance is, and the water was all over the highway, you know what I mean? And they had lath on each side of the highway, so you wouldn't run off in a damn ditch and, you know,
and drown.
Drown. But I remember going down there in this great big dance pavilion. It had a big stage on it. They never had no sound effect, but they had a big band there playing, and I can remember very well. We used to have quite a time, you know, going to these different dances. And I remember the girls we took over there. The girl I took with me, her name was MacArthur. Her father was a marshal of that town. Can you imagine going?
Well, you didn't want to do anything wrong.
No, hell no. She was a nice girl. I got pictures of her in the albums. But we had quite a time together. Then we, besides down there, we put in several down through there. Then we finally got back into Chicago. Then all at once, Jim had a job up in Midland, Michigan. And Jack went with me as a helper, you know. And I think Jack was only about 15 or 16 at that time. And I remember that's where the Dow Chemical Company was. There's quite a town up there. I remember very well of the place and what we did. And finally, we got a letter from Jim. He says, send Jack in. His mother's going to Yellowstone Park. And she'd like to have Jack go along with her. But Jack, to tell you the truth, if he ever was spoiled, it was his mother.
Really?
She favored him more than any of the kids. I'm not lying when I'm saying that. But Jack, he'd get a kick out of different things, you know. I was there, you know, and see him.
Yeah.
But, so I sent him on his way back to Chicago. And I went on some other place.
Did he just work with you in the summers then?
Well, not all summer either. Probably just wanted to get away from home and go, you know. He enjoyed himself. We were eating in restaurants, and we got enough money that, I don't know, I think at that time I think Jim gave him about $6 a day, where I got 10. 10, can you imagine working for $10 a day? You start today, they won't even work for $5 an hour, most of these guys. You know, they go hungry first. But, we had a lot of fun together.
Did Jim or Charlie work with you too, or?
No, they didn't. No. Charlie was always Charlie was he was the big, but if Bess ever got mad at him, Charlie crying, she said, you know, come on, but your big boob. She called him a big boob. She said, cut that out. Jack was fine. He could get away with murder.
Really?
And she really.
Did she let him?
I knew damn well. I never said that. But she favored him more than. Now Jimmy was he was nice and that, but I kind of sissified more than him. He acted more like a girl than a boy. And but Jack was her favorite. I remember he was doing one day, you know. Here's when you laugh. One time, his mother had some shirts and stuff out in the line, and she was supposed to going to be back, you know, and so Jack, he took it on his own. By God, he's going to iron them. He gets the ironing board out and he puts electric iron on it. And oh hell, I don't think he's only about 10 years old. You know, he's standing up the ironing board about like that to him, you know. He's ironing, and pretty soon, just out he goes, you know, and forgets all about the iron. Bess was gone, and she was some damn place shopping downtown. They lived on 28th and Pacific Avenue in Omaha. It was about the second house from the corner on 28th going south. Their house, the first was a house named Pratt, Pratt, then Flynn's house next. Then it was south of the corner on the west side of the street. That house is probably there, but it's a great big one. But I laughed one time Charlie Mitchell was down there and had a great big, I think he had a Chalmers car. And the Chalmers car, he parked it out, and it's kind of a hill, long hill, you know. The house in here, left it out front. Charles got out there and got mucking around, and pretty soon the goddamn car run away. The brakes must have slipped off, and it went down the hill. And he was screaming and howling, all the neighbors out, you know. Hell, he was only about 5 years old. I don't know how old the difference between them. There wasn't much difference. Only he was a small one. But when he hit a curb down the street, that was about the size of that. Bess went down and it run back up there, but that was scared out of me. Mm-hmm. But I remember one time in the winter they had skis, they got a pair of skis. So they were sliding down a great big bank. Jesus, it was down like that, you know, and then there's a street down there. So they got sliding on and I said, let me put them on. And I went down there and I just got going like him, and I done a roll. About the time we hit the street, but the snow was about a foot deep. But we used to have quite a time. Jimmy was kind of funny. He's nice looking and that, but he's kind of, kind of like a girl more than a boy. He always done a lot of reading. But I wonder what he died of. Now, when he was down in Mexico, he died.
Yeah, he died in Mexico. He had a heart attack.
He did.
Yeah.
He wasn't very old.
He was pretty young. He was only
25 or something?
no, he was in his 30s, late 30s.
He was. Time goes so fast you
Yeah.
can't keep on with people.
Yeah, I never did, and I don't know. I met him a few times. In fact, I lived in Mexico City for about 3-4 months, and so we saw him some then. But I don't know if anyone ever, at least I've never known. It was interesting that he was very seldomly in the U.S. He traveled Mexico, Toronto, Greece.
Weren't they going to build or something down there? He's getting in with somebody, doing something.
Well, I don't know. Like I say, I don't know what he did for a living.
What the hell? I think there was something going on. He was going to live there, stay there. He figured he liked it.
Yeah. Well, he lived down there for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe he'd done some building or had something built or that. I don't know.
Oh, he always lived in an apartment.
Yeah.
Had full-time help. But
I used to get a kick out of seeing him, coming and going around. He's always happy. Go lucky. Yeah. And Betty, she finally died back east somewhere.
Right. She was in Vermont.
Vermont, huh?
Moved back there
What
after.
the hell? What caused her death? Did you know?
I think she had some sort of cancer, but I think she held off getting treatment.
That's it. It just took her time. I remember Bess used to pull out. I was there with the kids, but she seemed to be a nice kid. But hell, she was only that high at that time. I don't think she was probably going on 3. And Charles probably 4 or 5. Jack was probably 8 or 9, something like that order at that time. I remember I painted the house. Jim says, Artie says, my house needs painting. He says, did you ever do any painting? I says, hell yes. Sure. I said, do anything. So anyway, there's a guy worked down at his business, and I remember I got 100 pounds of white lead and a bunch of linseed oil and turpentine.
Yeah.
And we got a wash tub. We had that damn thing nearly full with that 100 pounds of white lead and all this linseed oil and mixed it all up. And then it was all pure white. And then you put lamp black in it to bring it down a little gray. It was a gray house. But another time why this goddamn where she washed down the basement, the laundry tray. It wasn't a laundry. They didn't have laundry trays yet, but they had kind of a sink. And they dumped the wash water in the sink, and what happened there was the goddamn sink come off of the wall, it's got it full of water. It would come off the wall, and when it fell, it jimmed the pipes up underneath, and there were a lead trap.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jim said, Christ, I'm going to have to get a plumber. I said, I'll fix the goddamn thing. I said, I can do it. I said, there's nothing to it, only I'll have to heat up some lead and cork it again. Whatever you think's right. So anyway, I remember I got this trap, and where it broke off this lead pipe down in the cast iron deal, it was about this size, and it had a lead in there, so I took a cold chisel and hammer, and probably chiseled that out. So the damn thing was all wet and gooey yet, so I had a blowtorch going. And I thought, hell, I'm going to dry it out a little because lead, and dampness will let it fire back. So I remember I took this goddamn blowtorch and I stuck it over there, and all of it went boom. Like that. Goddamn fire shit. Bess was standing back. She goddamn near shit.
So this wasn't when you learned about sewer gas.
That was sewer gas, but I never realized, but it only went, first it went, whoop, whoop, whoop. Goddamn flame across the basement. but Bess knew more about a damned automobile than Jim ever did.
Yeah, I've heard about
She
that.
could change tires. and she drove old Charlie, her father, you know, when he was buying a horse and mules. But he was, most generally, for years, he bought nothing but Model Ts. And I remember he bought, when they quit making Model Ts, he bought 3 of them. He's afraid he couldn't get one later on. But I got a kick out of him. But I remember when Jerry was just a little kid about that high, Charlie Mitchell used to pick him up. He was up at Molly's. Picked him up and was older than him, you know. He's sitting back in the chair, old Charlie Mitchell. Jerry on his lap, and pretty soon Charlie Mitchell goes to sleep. Sitting on it. But he was quite a buyer. What happened, he bought, and he made good money. He had great big diamonds. I wonder what ever happened. He had great big yellow diamond stick pin. Oh hell, he was living high on the hog too. You know.
Bess probably got him. She was on.
Well, I bet she did get him, and I tell you, in Chicago, there, I remember, went out to a nightclub one night. She had them on, you know, and they were dangling, you know. And I said, Bess, you better take them bastards off there, Bob. We watch you, and they figure they're diamonds, and the whole goddamn bunch of us might get robbed out here. Oh, well, I said, thought, what the hell, you're taking a chance, you know? Because in Chicago at that time, if you were at some place and you saw some woman that had a nice fur coat, you said, I like that, because if you do, I'll get it for you. $50. You go out of that place and they rob and take the goddamn coat off. They were doing that back in them times. We were out.
Some things were going on.
Another thing, Jim took us out to the Mallard Inn to eat one time. My mother was back there, and Gussie, and we went out there. Al Capone owned the joint, the Mallard Inn. And I remember I was telling stories in there, but they got a hell of a kick out of even the guys running the joint. And Al Capone owned that one too. Jim only lived 3 blocks from where they had that massacre, St. Valentine's Massacre, you know, on the north side. 3 blocks from that place where that alley where they drove in, they had this outfit. Yeah, I remember watching funerals out there, you know, at the cemetery, you know. There was a guy named McDonald. He was a gangster. He got killed in that goddamn liquor war. And I remember when they buried him, this great big Paracero touring car just loaded down with flowers, leading, you know, the funeral. Yeah. Oh, there's quite a few big limousines. Yeah, Al Capone is buried right by my dad in Mount Olivet. Them were the days.
Kids were lucky.
Well, I'd laugh, you know. I'd laugh, you know. He'd get ready to go hunting, and he had a whistle. He'd blow it, you know, and the goddamn dogs would all come running and take that one. We'd lock them all in the corn crib. Lock them up. You keep one. You start on out foot walking. And the other poor dogs, you know, they had to stay home. So pretty soon he'd go out and he'd blow this whistle. Goddamn dogs done a disappearing act. They run, they hid. Then when he got way out, they'd be following him. Yeah.
What do you know about early Potter?
Who's that?
About Potter Fire Station.
Oh, Potter?
Do you know
You know
about?
what, I can tell you the story about Potter, how the business got going. Well, anyway, Joe Wolf, you've heard of Joe Wolf, didn't you? Well, Joe Wolf run a cab outfit.
Wait a sec. Before I'm sorry.
Well, are you all ready?
Yeah, we're all set.
The story about Curly Potter's and Jim Flynn getting together was that Joe Wolf run a cab line. He had 2 Hudson cabs, and he knew Jim real well. And so finally one time this Joe Wolf come to Jim and he said, Jim, he says, I know a party. And he says, you know the party? And he says, this party is the one that has the patents on them fire escapes that are around all the schools in Omaha. And he said, and I'll tell you, this guy he's had a lot of trouble. He said he got married here about a month ago, and on the wedding day, and that night they had a big party, and Curly Potter, his wife, died. Just fell over dead at the party. Can you imagine? And he says the guy has been drinking ever since. He feels terrible. He's just, I don't know, he may commit suicide
Drinking himself
before
to
it's
death.
over, because he can't get over it. And anyway, why, the guy is broke, but he owns this goddamn company, and he says, I told him about you, Jim, that you were a pretty good manager in that maybe you fellas, he could help you. And he said, Jim, if you want, he says, I'll make a connection with the guy. And Joe Wolf was a real good friend of Jim's, you know. He ended up working with Jim when he died. You've heard of Joe Wolf?
I've heard the name, but I don't know.
Well, I got his picture right in there, but anyway, why?
This is in Chicago.
No, this is in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, this is in Omaha.
Omaha.
Okay.
That's before he ever thought about going back there with it. So, anyway, Jim says, yeah, I'll meet him. Tell him I'll think it over tonight, and tomorrow we can meet then, and I'll see him. See what the hell we can do to help him. We can do anything at all. And so they met, and he was kind of half-assed sobered up then, you know, and so he told him, they were talking about it, and he says, how you doing? Well, I said, I ain't doing nothing. He said, I'm just in a bind right now, and I really am. I'm short of money, and after all this damn trouble, my wife's funeral, and it's terrible. He said, I can't get over it. I've been drinking too. He says, trying to drown my sorrows. But he says, I'm at the end of the line, but I'm going to have some help, somebody to go help me. So they made an agreement. They got talking. Jim, he told Jim, you'll lend me $500. Just lend it to me. I don't want you to, I want to just lend it, and I'll take you in with me, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make you a half partner in the damn thing, because I ain't doing nothing, and I may never get going the way I've been going. And Joe Wolf was there too, and so they made an agreement, and Jim got $500.
Do you know when this was or what year?
Well,
any idea?
Jesus, let's see. Now we got married. Oh yeah, that was about around 1919. It is actually around somewhere within a couple of years of 1919. Because at the same time this happened, they had a lynching in Omaha. A black guy was hung out in front of the courthouse. My mother was in Omaha visiting Jim when all this took place, and they hung this black guy for raping a white woman. They had him hung up, and they were shooting at him in front of the court. They had the windows in the courthouse, some of them knocked out. People just went wild. We want that guy. The police went down there and they turned the patrol cars over. But that's wrong, 1919. Yeah, but anyway, why? That's how they got in business. They went on and sell a fire escape maybe here, one there. Besides, Jim was running electrical business.
This is when, this was the same time that you're working with Jim?
No, I wasn't working yet.
Oh.
No, that was 2 or 3 years later.
Okay.
Jim and all, and so anyway.
But that was the same farm lighting?
Yeah, he's still in the farm lighting plant, and they're running this. He didn't quit one thing. And I remember they were doing quite a business, you know, and the fire escape got going. And the thing that set off the big buying spree on fire escapes was at that time, down in Oklahoma, there was a schoolhouse out in the country. Did you ever hear about the fire they had? Mm-hmm. This goddamn schoolhouse had about 35, 40 people in. They had the Christmas tree right up against the front door. And And they had bars all over the windows on the outside on account of people breaking in that in vacation time. And they went ahead, and they're all out there, these farmers, this little country schoolhouse right out of some town in Oklahoma. Tree caught on fire, had candles on, the goddamn thing went up like a flash, everybody gets excited, they run to the door, I guess one or two got out and the door slammed. The doors at that time, everything
They all
opened
swung in, yeah.
And boy, I'm telling you, they that tree was so damn hot and fired that people, there's about 25 people in that fire that got hurt bad. About 50 people and kids. And right after that, that's when the fire escape business got booming. And they sold them all over. Oklahoma was the big seller to start off. Then it gradually worked off into other states, and then Jim went to the fire marshal convention, and every time Jim Flynn spent $1, he
Came
gained
back to
100. I know it. I'm not making none of this up. But he was a good businessman. But I'd have laughed the first year, you know, I worked for him. This is a good one, you like. I shouldn't say this, but he gave me $25 for Christmas. Yeah. Next year, when he got making the big money, nothing. Not even a Christmas card. Here I'm working for him. But I'm just telling you how people are.
Yeah.
The more money people get, the more they want. They don't know enough. That's what I keep telling Bob. I said, watch yourself. You don't know what's going to happen. Don't depend on anyone else either. But that, the story of Curly Potter.
Now,
well, what went on then? Okay, they went on for a while, and so finally, anyway, Potter went, him and Jim made a deal. He bought Potter out. He wanted to sell out. Potter liked to roll the dice, and I want to tell you, any guy that gambles ends up with nothing.
right.
You can't, do you think that people in Las Vegas are there for the good of their health? You know who wins the money? Somebody from Juneau, Alaska, he won something, big prize, maybe an airplane. He won the big deal. He goes back home and he tells them people up there, they all get excited. Well, will we take a trip? We'll go to Las Vegas, we'll go down there. And oh boy, I'm telling you, you know, where I learned about gambling is my father's saloon. He had 3 big slot machines. He owned them. And in the evening when I come home from school, you know, we'd eat, and pretty soon it's dark and it's winter, you know, and I'd say, I want to go over and see Bill Irving. Oh, I don't want you to go over to Bill Irving. He'd get a whole goddamn handful of money and put it in my pocket. Go and play the slot machines. Amuse yourself to keep me off the streets. Well, pretty soon the whole goddamn, the money's gone. Night after night that would happen, you know. I got to say, bullshit on the machines, you know. You can't beat them. They're set on a percentage. They're timed, just like a mileage on your car. When it needs an oil change, it might unload a jackpot. And you know, most generally they'll do that. Then people are running around. I've been there, but I've never put a nickel in a slot machine in my life. I wouldn't put a penny. After I went through what I did, I know what the goddamn slot machines, you can't beat them. And you can't be, the richest gambler, Joe Wolf and I was talking about, was in Detroit. They built a big fountain, water squirt. Joe Wolfman is on there telling about a big brass plate about a certain party. He was a gambler, so-and-so. When he died, he left $500,000 to the city of Detroit to build this water fountain. $500,000. So they had this nice fountain there and was squirting water. But Joe says that's the only son of a bitch and gambler, he says, that ever died that had any money. And it's the truth. These guys don't, it's a racket. I wouldn't put, you might as well, you'd be better off to throw the money out in the street. Somebody might find it instead of them guys. I wouldn't.
Joe Wolf, at one point though, so he got out of the cab business though and worked for Jim?
Well, what happened, here's what happened to Joe Wolf's life then. He's around there for a while. Jim moves to Chicago, see? In the meantime, he goes to Chicago to set his office up on 1862 Conway building downtown in Chicago, paying $300 a month rent for the building at that time. He had 2 offices about twice as big as this here, 2 rooms and a bath and clothes closet and that, up on the 18th floor. Meantime, Joe Wolf, they were bootlegging too, you know. Times were pretty tough, you know. And he used to like when the cats are not ever racket. So he gets it in his head, well, I've got this little girl, she's about that high now. God, I think I'll just quit bootlegging and run the goddamn cabs, you know, times of the night. So he moved to California. That was the worst thing he ever did. He went out there and he said that he couldn't get a job. The only job he got was to be an extra in an African jungle picture. He had them all colored up, blackened up, and a goddamn jungle suit on him, you know, and eating coconuts and stuff like that. And he said that only paid $3-4 a day to be an extra in the crowd. See, it costs money. Like you see a picture of all these people, it costs money to take a picture. They've been taking movies here in Seattle. But anyway, he said, I got so damn hard up, I run out of money. He used to go out at 4 o'clock in the morning, he said, and steal milk off of porches, off of homes. He said, I was broke. He said, for Christ's sake, don't ever go to California to live. There's nothing to it. He went back. He made contact with Jim. He never lost that. So he knew where there might be a chance. So he goes back, and the next thing, he's living in Chicago, Joe Wolf, and his wife, and he had a daughter, and his wife's sister. And they lived out on the north side. And he worked for Jim, installing fire escapes. And I worked with Joe Wolf, too, often. Over in Iowa, we put a bunch up in the town there. I can't think of it now. You know where that choir factor, Davenport, or someplace there. I worked where we put them, we was in the summer, we hung them all over there. Moline was a town. We had them hanging. Jesus.
Where were the fire escapes made?
They were made in Sioux City, and he had another outfit in Kansas City. Friend Brothers is the name of the outfit. Friend.
And they stamped out the...
What?
Did they, like on the spiral? Oh, did Potter have both the slide and the spiral?
No, he had just the slide.
Okay. Where'd the spiral, the silo type?
Well, that's one in Kansas City. They were made there and they were shipped in sections.
Right.
So,
but whose idea was that?
Well, it wasn't Jim. That was not their ideas. Somebody else had it, and Jim propositioned them. Well, I'll give you so much a foot. And they made a deal. And then he sold both types.
They sold it under the Potter name.
Yes, Potter Manufacturing. Yeah.
But that wasn't Potter's idea. That was
not that one. But you know the sliding type where it got its start was first fire escapes on schools used to be. They had a big canvas rolled up that was fastened outside inside in the window. And if the school was on fire, they throw the damn canvas out, the whole works, and it fell. And the first one that could get out at all, if they got out, 2 of them would grab the canvas and stretch it. And hold it, and they'd slide down it. They've been using that on airplanes now. Mm-hmm. That's the deal. But I thought many times, I've been thinking, that is still a good racket, that sliding, and other things too. Packet sliding and all that. That's a sheet metal business, but that still would be making big money if a guy just knew the things to come up with, like packet sliding. There's a lot of things, that a guy could just watch and look, just so you don't steal somebody's patent. Even if you steal it, you change it, and do anything. Yeah, but that was the beginning. But Jim bought him out, Potter out. Then the last fire escape Potter ever sold, he was kind of on his own, and he was still mucking around, cutting in on Jim again. I don't know.
Oh, after he bought him out, he was still peddling him.
And he was down in Atlanta, Georgia, the last time I saw Curly Potter. And he was married to some young girl. check. I know they were always scuffling around up this hotel. We were there, Joe, and had a few beers. Yeah, but he, I always liked him, the poor guy, you know. Seemed to be nice in a way, but he just, liquor is, if you're a liquor drinker, look out. If you get feeling bad, say, oh shit, I'll take a drink. I don't drink no whiskey. My kids will offer me liquor. I drink beer. And I don't drink, most time I don't drink unless we're eating with the food. Maybe that's why I'm around. But Jim Flynn in the car, grab a fifth and glove together and drink it straight, you know. That stuff was
Eat you alive.
shit, you know. Yeah, I know damn well that didn't help him. Whatever he had, well, it wasn't cause from starving. I thought it was just liquor. It's quicker to get out of this world. Yeah. Poor Jim. But you know, he homesteaded in South Dakota too. Jim homesteaded.
Oh, he did?
Oh, yeah, yes. When they opened up this county, Tripp County, then there's a county right west of there where Carter, South Dakota. Are you recording this now? And Carter, and about 2 or 3 miles west of Carter, him and Bess, they homesteaded. They had to be out there and they built a little shack to get by. I think the only goddamn thing they had in it was a piano. She liked to play a piano.
Oh, really?
To pass the time away, yeah. And the first car he had was a Metz car, and it was a chain drive. So they come down to see us, you know, from out to Carter. That was probably 45, 50 miles west of Gregory. But out of lap, when he got ready to go home, he started the thing up. He had to crank it up on the side, 2-cylinder engine, and he got it going. He put it in gear. And all at once, I heard a hell of a crash, and the chain broke, and it flew from into that window right out behind it.
Through the chain?
The goddamn chain.
Broken through it.
He had another car, a great big one he traded for. It was a Thomas Flyer. Had wheels on that high, with air tires. With the car, he got a lot of extra parts, such as chains. They had things in them days that figured to save the tire, they buckled them on over the outside of the tire.
To save the rubber?
Save the rubber, which Christ, that would wear a tire out 10 times quicker than if they run it on the ground. Honest to God,
really?
They sure, so there's always something, that's the truth. And they had another one, there's another pair, they were made out of metal with a bunch of little squares, and they put that on. You had to let the air out of the tire to get it on. But that thing was, that done more harm to a tire than that was just like wearing a barbed wire jock strap. There's more damn trouble in what the damn tires would hit. And the tires in them days were made out of cotton. They didn't have no cords like they have now.
Right.
And the rubber was good. They had good gummy rubber. But the cord, if you hit a goddamn rock as big as a horse turd, you're allowed to break the cord.
Oh, break the cord
in the tire. In there. Then you've got a new tire.
Yeah.
You know these old tires that to take off the car are better than the new ones were then. Because they were made different. Different cord. Did you know that Jim Flynn was in the doormat factory business once?
No.
Yes, he was. They were making them out of wire, just curling like a spring. And they all fitted. And they had them that fit with a thing that could slide them on the running board of a car. So if you was out and you got in the mud, you got in the car, you could clean them off on that. And he was making them until the war come along, and World War I. When that come along, he couldn't buy no wire no more, so he was in Chicago then. And he had a friend, a Jew by the name of Steinkamper, was a hell of a good friend of Jim's. Jim never paid no. He tells him, Jim, you need anything? I don't give a damn what it is. I know everybody. I get you the price, save you money, Jim. I like to help you. I like you, Jim. But anyway, if Jim wanted to buy a pair of tires, he bought a Packard for $800. Some guy died and was in the garage. His wife kept it for 3-4 years before she sold it. Didn't have only about 8,000 miles on it. It was a nickel-plated radiator. It was all dull from just standing in the garage. So you give her $800 in a nice car. It's the one they drove to Yellowstone Park that time, and they put a generator out on it. There were 2 weeks waiting to get a generator to put on it so they could get back home again.
Now, is this the trip that Bess took alone with the kids?
With Bess took a trip alone with
Right.
Jack, and they went to Yellowstone Park. But that happened. The guy
Just Jack? Or
your father, Jack.
Right, but I mean, only Jack, not the other?
Jack and Charles, I guess they were
okay,
there. But
yeah.
I said with Jack, and they
Yeah.
all went. And there was shit out there for 2 weeks before they ever got out of Yellowstone Park. Yeah. And Jim needs tires. He called up Steincamper. Steincamper, my tires are getting kind of beat up, but still are good. But I was just wondering about getting a set of tires for it again. He said, name the word, Jim. He says, I tell you, let's see, okay. He says, I got the notebook, and I will write down now, Jim. I told him the size and that, and he said, well, he said, I'll call you back in a little while and find out. Call him back, probably an hour or so. Jim, he says, I got your tires lined up. Go to a certain place, you get a wholesale. Wholesale. They're $15 a piece, but if you go to a garage, you're worth $35. See? Jim wanted to know, we got the house out there to Libertyville on that golf course. I was telling you about that big house. He bought for $500 and owned 8,000. House beautiful on the golf course.
That was in...
Was you in it?
No.
Never saw it. Beautiful home. Right on the edge of the golf course. Walk out the back door. Double garage out there by itself, big lot. Walk right out on the golf. You go out and play golf. I went out playing golf with it. But
the only house I ever heard of was one called Irish Acre. But I don't know where that was.
Where the hell was that?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. It's got me too. Irish Acres. Son of a bitch if
Yeah, I don't know. It's the only.
Not
I remember
that
there's a picture.
My mind,
I have a picture that shows Jim standing out by the sign that said Irish Acre and a house out behind
well,
it.
I never did see that.
Yeah.
Shoot, that's something I missed up on. That was later on there. But you know, he bought them farms out of Chicago for nearly nothing. And he subdivided them into acreage. His goddamn office was just like a bank. People coming in there and making payments on their lots. Did you ever hear how much they had to split up when they got done? They must have had a bundle.
No.
That guy had land, oh Christ. You could buy a farm in South Dakota for nearly nothing. Like I told you, I bought a house that cost, beautiful houses that like I said, $200 to get them the hell off the land because they're paying taxes on them. That's what they do, they tax a house to death, they might as well get rid of it. Get insurance on it and burn the son of a bitch down when you're out of town. Get your money on it. That's what the guy over here, he didn't like the house, the windows were rotten, they were getting old. And he's a government man. He come from Washington, D.C. And he's only been there, he's only lived in the house about 5 months, and he used to come over here and tell me, you know, he says, the paint on that house is all blistered. See? And he says, it's bad. I said, that ain't all that's bad in that house. The windows in there as old as the house. And the guy tried to open one of them and it fell all apart. I said, they're rotten. And so anyway, several things like that. I was out in the yard one day and his daughter worked down here in the hospital. And I didn't know at the time, but she used to come home and sleep, go to bed in the morning about 8 o'clock upstairs. But anyway, I was out in the yard and I hear some cracking noise. And I thought, shit, that's a dog scratch. He had 4 dogs that were scratching half the time out there. I thought it might be the dogs, and all once I looked over there and I could see a little smoke puffing out over the windows. So I run the pretty soon like that. I hollered at Gussie. I said, Gussie, for Christ's sake, call the fire department. I said, the house is on fire next door. The guy across the street hollered, we're calling the fire department now. We're right in here. We're calling. So anyway, it wasn't long, about 8 minutes, the fire truck started coming up. And, oh yeah, I'll get a picture.
These are pictures of the Ingalls. They would be my grandmother's mother and father. And this is a picture of my great-great-grandfather. At the homestead at Dog Ear Lake. Here's a picture of Jim Flynn and his brother Art Flynn, whose birthday is today, February 25th. This is a photo of Jim Flynn when he ran for office as a clerk. Here's a picture of Art on one of his many Harleys. He owned Harleys and Indians. This is a picture of a service station that Art ran.
Well, we just got it this morning.
He ran this also during Prohibition, where he made part of his income making whiskey. Here's another picture of the J.J. Flynn restaurant.
Made in Japan. They were making plywood doors in Japan 15 years ago. Shipped them into this country. See, they're making everything out of it. Bob and Jerry brought me the door open and got there. Where was it made? Mexico. Oh, Mexico.
Well, cheap dollars in Mexico down out in Japan.
You know, when I was in Arizona for the first time about 5 months ago.
You're testing wine right now,
My
Dad.
buddy took me around, we shopped around, and finally I found it's the perfect pair of moccasins. They got $20.
It's not real.
That's my price. That's my price. Made in China.
Oh, Oliver, you're right.
Well, I was watching them, you know.
You got tested.
Oh, let Oliver test it.
No. I don't want to see if you guys are standing up very long.
Okay, no, I do like that.
I want to taste it, Jerry. Here.
You know what?
Okay, just a little.
The driest? You're
Yeah,
the driest.
Now we're gonna.
What? That's a little dry for some reason.
Smells good.
Yeah, I want to mix
Okay. Cheers, Jerry. We're going to put you in the wine master.
Before we left on our trip, we opened a couple of 3 bottles. We have good friends that that's all they drink practically is wine.
I'll tell you a toast. Used to hear guys
In
say.
Japanese, yeah.
He says, here's a toast to our sweethearts
Inside here.
And their husbands never meet.
Day to you. Happy birthday, dear Arthur. Happy birthday to you.
Well, I'll make a wish. I wish everybody has good luck for the next 10 years till I come
You're not supposed to tell it.
He looks like a little leprechaun to me.
Optimistic.
Okay, we're gonna have a champagne glass here.
Cake going here.
Putting that face on me.
Happy 90s. Have an hour before the devil knows you're dead.
That's right.
Drink to that.
Really, a toast. Well, Jerry and I are real proud of you. You've upheld the tradition and you've outlived all your other brothers.
They couldn't get me, they just got themselves when they were trying to get me.
Right.
Well, he has a sister that will be
It's hard to believe, though, with all these
97
people.
when she be in September.
97.
God bless me.
Well, we're really, just would like to make a little presentation here to Jeannie, Patty, and Betty, her Art's nieces, have made the special effort to come down. Jeannie's come down from Campbell River, Canada. Patty from Leavenworth, and Betty from
Port Hill.
So they have been talking together for the last couple of weeks, I'm sure, of a little poem that they would like to present Art on his 90th birthday.
It's called Ode to Arthur Flynn.
Okay.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear an ode to Art Flynn in his 90th year. Husband and dad, grandpa and friend, when was he born? Where did it begin? Art arrived in Chicago in the winter of '03, the 12th child to be born in the Flynn family. Of 15 children, only 9 would live on. Molly, Jim, Dan, Art, and Babe, Alice, Margaret, Rose, and John.
Change that line, people.
Then Pa won a land draw in Dakota Territory, his own land, his own farm. Unlike Ireland, he was free. So with 8 kids in tow and dogs at 13, Mother Minnie made the trip, wildest sight ever seen. The prairie was tough, but so were the Flynns, and Art's mother Minnie knew all their sins. Art talks of the good times and troubles they shared. No one was left out, no one was spared. Pa owned a tavern and there was a farm to be run, and the chores came first. Not much time for fun. But wherever there's kids, there's fun to be had, and Art earned the title of most mischievous lad.
That doesn't surprise me.
Didn't Art treat the girls to a ride down the hill and help the old lady, her jackass, to kill? Remember when Babe did his Bonnie Eyes Blue?
Yeah. Don't you? She was painting the goddamn woodwork in the kitchen, and I wanted to go uptown, and I said, I want a clean shirt. And Well, she didn't move or nothing. She kept painting, you know. And I said, that's the way they treat a poor son of a bitch around here. She slapped me right across the eyes with it.
What about this? And he pulled the stuffed snake up the bedside and through. Remember that when Bob bought the
Circus.
the circus?
The circus
We had a
snake,
big
and they
snake.
stuffed it with salt.
We had a snake that was 6 foot long, and by God, you know, we skinned that. We turned it inside out. We didn't skin it down. We turned it inside out, and we filled it full of salt. And the goddamn thing got about 8 foot long. Weight, you know. Yeah, and we had it in the bedroom. We had it on the wall, you know. And the guy from Chicago come out there and he's sleeping in there. He didn't know what the hell he was. Listen, we had monkeys, 5-legged cows, Jocko. My daddy come home from the saloon and he'd sit down, he was tired. A little kerosene lamp, and he'd be reading the paper, and Jocko would spring and light on his shoulder and run right up to his hair, looking for lice. Dad would finally fall asleep, and pretty soon the monkey just jumped and went right through the goddamn newspaper. What the hell happened?
Is that the one that lost his tail?
Yeah.
He lost his tail. You know what happened? The teacher says that, by the way, all these little children in Gregory, they haven't been to those circuses. We don't have them out here yet. And they would enjoy, if Margaret, if you'd bring your dad's monkey to school. So anyway, they dressed the monkey up and had a little cap on him. They brought him to school, and all the little kids were just laughing, you know, and the monkey jumping around, you know, and the teacher says, why don't you turn it loose, Margaret? And, you know, he's used to it in here. So anyway, she turned it loose and the monkey jumped around. And pretty soon they had an old organ over in the corner. It had a big mirror without a goddamn frame on it, just glass. And the monkey got up and he started fighting this mirror and it started falling to the floor. And before it hit the floor, the monkey was quicker. He hit the floor, but the goddamn mirror hit him right across the tail and cut his tail right off. And then the monkey screamed. He just went nuts, you know. He ran all around the schoolhouse, and he tried to get out of a window, you know, there's these shades. He jumped up to get out, and he grabbed a shade, and he hung onto it, and it'd slide down, and he let it go, bang, and it'd go up, you know. He didn't know if he was going to shit or go blind. He went around and around and around and around. And then just imagine, he could have lost a head instead of that piece of paper.
All right, back to Gene Poe here. All right.
It's a wonder he survived his teenage scrapes or his on-the-road job installing fire escapes. He and Otto thanked Gideon's Bible at least once or twice as they slid through Pennsylvania on the sleet and the ice.
They don't know how to tell about that. We used to stay in hotels, you know, and have them Gideon Bibles. And
We still do, by the way.
are you ever going to give up? And anyway, I used to steal one of them and I stuck it in a suitcase, you know. Well, we went on the road, and that day was out of Warren, Pennsylvania, and we went over a big railroad trestle up on a big viaduct that ran along a mountain, and the railroad tracks was about 800 feet below. And they had a guardrail of iron pipe on there, and the goddamn car I had was a big Studebaker, and it skidded, you know, just, you couldn't hold it on the side hill. And it hit that railing, and it just about went over into these railroad tracks. But anyway, we had a guy pull us in that jammed up the stern out there from Warren. We was only 2 miles out of Warren. But that night I says, you know what, after we had supper, I said, we're just luckier in hell I put that Bible in your suitcase. At the hotel this morning. He says, in my suitcase. He said, why in the hell don't you look in here? You're the guy that's got the Bible. If you wouldn't have had that Bible, you'd have went over that goddamn thing and killed it. I opened my suitcase up and here's a Gideon Bible. You talk about people being saved by the bell. I was saved by a Bible.
Stolen one too.
But then came the Depression, and the dirt storms moved in, and Dakota was depressed. But not so Art Flynn. For he'd found his sweet Gussie, his love oh so pretty, the hello girl. He married in the year 1930.
And we've been married ever since, and that'll be 63 years next June.
We'll bring you
Now we'll back up a bit to 18 when Babe wed, and Art invited all the town to the old homestead. To chivalry and torment, the newlywed two, Babe vowed to get even if it was the last thing she'd do. So when Art and his bride set their tent on Grand's lawn, not a whisper was heard from the vast hidden cross. As Art danced nude in the headlights before each hidden eye, his mother no doubt wishing that she could just die.
Is that right, Art? I heard the beaches.
We put that well, the trouble is we was in that umbrella tent.
Yeah.
And they run up, the whole bunch come out, the goddamnest commotion, and tore the tent down, and we was in there just like a sack. This tent had to get on the floor. And here I'm in there, all I had on was a smile.
Well, I remember something on your 50th wedding anniversary that Jerry and somebody did something.
That was it.
Come out of the tent. Yeah, that was
a
commemoration.
skit on that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we set up a tent, this umbrella tent. And everybody was hiding on this front porch of his mother's, you know. We didn't think anybody was around. No. And we had our car facing the opening of the tent because we couldn't see, so he kept the car lights on till I got in bed.
Then he came running in.
And there they were watching all this.
We have a good time yet?
Poor town of Gregory, this little town we lived in.
Okay, to this union were born two beautiful baby boys. More like their mother, less cunning, less noise. Jerry was the oldest, and then there was Bob. A happy, loving family, but Pop needed a job. They came to Seattle, pulled a trailer up Madison Hill. Gussie won't forget that. The horror, the thrill.
I certainly won't, because I thought, boy, that steep hill going up Madison.
From the water
truck, and we're pulling a trailer.
I not only had a big trailer behind there, we had some of Alice's furniture and stuff in there. I had a great big buzzsaw in there that I used back in the Midwest. I had a saw in there that was about 5 foot in diameter that I could cut a log in bigger than oil there right off. And I built it. But I had it out here, and I made some money with it. Out there at that Ford plant, when it come out, they built that, and they had, they had about 100 piling they couldn't use, and they wanted to get rid of them. And the guy told me, he said, I'll tell you what I'll do. He says, I'll give you 2/3 of them if you cut them up. They were all this round, big piling, good and new. So I cut them up for firewood with this big saw. All I had to do was work it up and down, and we had a roller carriage on there. I saw them with firewood. And,
that was that in the trailer that went up Madison?
Yeah, that was in the goddamn.
Besides Alice's furniture, you know.
They settled in Portland, But the air proved no good, for Jerry's asthma flared up and they moved to Deadwood.
That's a good one, isn't it?
They bought a triplex, added units, a motel. Till the taxes forced them out, they really did well. Then back to Seattle. They bought a hotel in '99, but the quality of customers wasn't always so fine. Art got a good job, bought a house, learned to fish, and Gussie and he fulfilled every wish. The boys were gone and they vacationed for fun. The kids got married and the grandkids did come. And now they have grands, great-grands, and great-greats. They're still like young lovers, those old roommates. We thank them for caring for you and for me, and we're thankful God made them part of our family. May God love you as we do.
Well done.
That was beautiful.
By his Aunt Addie, who is Grandfriend's sister, was visiting. It was the 25th of February, Arthur's birthday, and he was 21 and felt quite gay. To make his birthday pleasant, Rose done her best and invited some of his friends for his guests. His old pal Catherine came to help Rose take up the rugs and carry out the stove. For those young people loved to dance and they had to have room to glide and prance. The stove was in the way, they hadn't room to glide, so Katie grabbed the stove and carried it outside. Those two girls worked hard and done their best to make things pleasant for all the rest. Eileen came next and ready for play, smiled on Arthur in her vampish way. But Arthur had another girl in his mind, not a bobbed hair girl, but the old-fashioned kind. You can see the pleased smile that came on his face when he opened the door for Ruth and Grace. He was courteous to all, but it was plain to see the old-fashioned girl was a girl of his dream. Helen Fallon and Rose Crack came on time. Walter Charleston and Dill Pickles were first. The kind those two girls liked, you could see by a glance, for they sure got busy and asked them to dance. Bertha Charleston was invited and came too, for she had an object which we all knew. She had met a fellow and knew he'd be there with nice brown eyes and slick black hair. He was a little bow-legged, but weren't to blame. His feet weren't mates, but he got there just the same. When on Bertha he cast his lamps, his heart gave a jump at the very first glance. It was ladies choose partner, and Rose and Katie made a dive and got this fellow with the fine brown eyes. Now those two girls didn't mean any harm, they just wanted a fellow with a big strong arm. Now Rose was pigeon-toed, that's my mother, and had no grace. She was very good looking, all but her face. Katie was not neat and had a crooked nose, and they both needed a developer, both Katie and Rose. Now Bertha thought the girls were going to get her guy. She rushed out on the porch and began to cry. Pete followed her out and they sat for a while. He dried her tears and she began to smile. This is Pete Dickman, isn't it? Arthur and Katie had the floor first. Those two, and showed all the others something new. Arthur done the steppin' and Katie shook a wicked hip. The rest all looked on and they all got a tip. They done the shimmy and then the foxtrot. Eileen followed up with a big leg flop. Pete saw something that got him excited. He wouldn't have come if he'd known Eileen been invited. I don't think Eileen was all to blame. There were two other girls that I could name that wanted a fella. They didn't have any. I think those girls had got his nanny. But those two girls were both quite wise and hated to see Bertha cop the prize. One had asked him to go out with her, out to the lake, but he said it's too far. We figured out this with my mother. There's no hope for her, she's left in the shade. I think she's cut out to be an old maid. The other one is learning to type, working very hard, and she's all right. She will soon be in an office where she is wise, and she'll rope in one of those old guys. And she will be an old man's honey, for Katie is the one that likes the money. She did. That's exactly what happened to her. You know, it came 12 o'clock and time to go. The girls couldn't walk on account of the snow, so Arthur volunteered to take his car and take them all near and far. They all made a dash, but Helen got the front seat, and Arthur was pleased to have a girl so sweet cuddle down so close to his side. I am sure he, for one, enjoyed the ride. He got them all safely delivered at last. It took quite a while, for he had quite a task. He had to say goodbye to one and all and help them safely in for fear they would fall. We all went to bed, but Katie was game. Who says she's not a sport is sure lame. For she waited for Arthur, went to sleep in her chair. But when he got back, brave Katie was there. You gotta know Katie, my godmother, I know her real well. She carried in the stove and put it up too. And done everything there was to do. Katie stayed with Rose, but they couldn't sleep. Rose yelled, "We have lost!" Katie ground her teeth. But Arthur had sweet dreams. He dreamed he was a sheik with a harem full of beauties. He laughed for a week. And what I have written is true, I must say, for this happened on Arthur's 21st birthday.
That's not true, is it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Here they are.
How about my Wild Irish Rose?
Oh, yes, my Wild Irish Rose.
Wild Irish Rose.
Okay, let's go Harrigan. At least we know him.
Oh, the
H H-double-R-I-G-A-N spells Harrigan. Proud of all the Irish blood that's in me. Gentlemen, there can say a word against me. H-A-double-R-I-G-A-N-U-C. It's a name that no shame ever has been connected with. Harrigan, that's me.
I need the song sheet.
Okay, we want you to sing for Daddy Boy.
Oh, they're gonna sing
Oh,
that.
you gotta come down and sing with your daddy. Number 3.
Oh, they're singing
I'm
better.
coming down.
We're having such a bad cold.
Yeah, you just started, right?
You ready for this, Dad?
Yeah. You can sing.
We need to fit Tasha.
You guys go off key.
She's a wolf at heart. She is.
She probably thinks she's got you all trained quite well.
Probably right.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Danny Boy now?
Yeah, Daddy Boy.
We need a lot of help here.
What is it?
Danny Boy.
Number 3.
Danny boy.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. From Glen to Glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you, must go and I must find. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. It's I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But when you come, then all the flowers are dying. If I am dead, as dead I well may be. When and say and all they did for me. And I shall hear a song right above me, and all my rain will warmer, sweeter be. For you will give and tell me that you love me, and I shall sing in peace till you come for me.
None of that sad stuff. Let's get something soft.
I don't think we're supposed to sing the fair now.
Let's have
Pastor, to keep us all happy. Sorry we were unable to be there due to our disabilities. I know we'll be missing a great time. Gussie and Art are so lucky to have such a nice family. We love you, Dean and Claire. But I want you to say, I want to go back and say, to the best storyteller and the best roommate.
I'd rather be called a brewmaster than a bastard.
Anyway, that was from Dean and Claire.
Okay. I wondered why we didn't hear her.
So shall I tell them a story, and then a good story, and you might share them?
Sure, we like a good story for once.
A good one. Oh, yeah. This story is about a woman that was going on her 90th birthday, and she was in a little town down in Oregon. And they were out in the city park, you know, and they were having lemonade, and they were saying, Mrs. So-and-so, we're so happy to be here today at your 90th birthday. We'd like to talk to you and ask you about what your good life were, you know, how you made it. Would you tell it to us? And she said, oh, sure. So the lady said, sure, I'd be glad to tell you. She said, I'll tell you where it all started, this my life. It was in Chicago when Mrs. O'Leary's cow kicked the ladder over and bring the goddamn city up. She said, then I was just a young girl, and I married Jack, and Jack and I, we took the covered wagon, and we had a barrel on the side for water, and we had Daisy, our milk cow. We brought her along to Oregon, and on the way we stopped different places in Wyoming, and we had quite a time. Well, Mrs. Grandma, have any trouble? Oh, she said them Indians, we had to watch out for them overnight. She says you couldn't tell what they might be. I was scared all the time. But I just prayed that we'd make it. So we goes on our way a little further and further, and pretty soon we got out here to Oregon. And she went on for a long time with a line of water. Finally, anyway, somebody spoke up and he says, Grandma, you seem to be pretty damn good shape for being 90 years old. She says, she kept on going. She said, indeed, well, was you ever bedridden, Grammy? Oh, she says, was I ever bedridden? Several times in the covered wagon. And she says, once in the back seat of a Model T.
But she says, but don't print that.
Yeah, she said, don't print that in the Daily Bladder in town. Oh, Christ.
Now open the rest here.
Oh, God. Jack for myself. I don't know.
But she was No, you didn't go, but she did.
Oh, yes. So anyway, I didn't, but a week later she come into our place and she got me over. She says, you know, I fixed that damn jackass. She says, what I did, I tied him up to that manger and I hit him and he backed up and he slipped out. He just choked to death to lay down there and died. And then after I knew he was dead, I started out of the barn and I hollered, oh, John, the jackass is hanging himself. That's the truth. That's talking about this going up. I said she wanted me to shoot him 1 week in the next week.
That was a place that you never ate raisin pudding. That was the house you never ate raisin pudding in, or anything.
Yeah, you know what happened? We was out there for Sunday dinner one time, and they don't have no inside plumbing and outside back house. Instead of digging a hole, they just had a door on the back of the toilet to rake everything out. And anyway, they had a fox terrier that was crazy about rats, you know, and a rat ran in there in this toilet. And Mrs. Lane had a big Sunday dinner, just about like us here. They had more flies than they had anything in the house. And they had a screen on, but they had a hole in the door where the dog would run in and out. All the flies would go into the Anyway, we were all eating, you know, and here this dog come running in and is all covered with manure from the back house and was in there scratching, digging rats. There's a white fox staring. He looked all brown. He was in the manure, and you could smell him right there. He was around the table. Yeah, it was after a rat in the toilet. And that's the truth, too. That's no lie. She says, John, she said, that dog's been in the shit house again.
Remember when Mother went over and we had the bread?
Oh, yeah.
Is that Lucille?
No.
Arlene.
Old lady Lang.
Eileen
they used to make the bread, they'd make the dough and mix it up. Then they'd have the bed and she'd put it in the bed with the slept and cover it up.
Oh,
So it was
they swept
in the bed.
They slept with the bread.
The dog wrapped around the big bowl. You keep it nice and warm so it's great.
Yeah. They come from Arkansas. And then, anyway, they come up from Arkansas in a covered wagon in the land opening in this country. Can you imagine coming clear across country? And they had one daughter, she had Nora. Nora was...
You read short of a loaf, right?
Anyway, Nora had another, you know. This girl, she was the smartest one in the bunch, only she talked funny, you know, and they just, they didn't, the others were always down on her, but she was the smartest one. They say, well, so-and-so died there, was it a year ago? Was it a year ago, July? Oh no, Mama, I remember that. She said that was about the 18th of July, Mama. She was the only goddamn bastard in the whole family could remember everything.
Yeah.
But the others are all down on her all the time. And she says, she come in one time riding on a horse. She used to come in, they lived 7 miles in the country. Our place was like the High Chaparral.
Yeah, everybody stopped by.
Everybody stopped there, it's just a meeting place.
Yeah.
They stop overnight. We had all kinds of rooms. You know, we had all these houses moved up together and one roof over them. So anyway, Nora would come in there, you know, and she'd go to a show. She'd come in and all of the kids would they go to the show with Nora. So they got up in the theater, and them days were silent pictures. And it showed this is the truth now. It showed this cowboy with a gun. He was going to get this other guy.
Harold.
He's going to shoot him. And so Nora got all excited. Look out! Look out! There's a man behind that rock. He's going to shoot you! Right in the theater, you know. All these people, you know.
Mother would.
Alice was with her, you know.
No, mother wouldn't go with anymore.
Nobody would take her to the show.
They go with Dora.
That's right, that was
Nora.
In the theater, and stick this a silent picture always printing it. And everybody, Jesus Christ, there's an uproar in that theater.
Everybody loved it. They gave it the talk.
And then another time, she came in there and I
I was
said,
gonna say that's why people loved it when she started talking.
yeah, and another time she come in there, she felt awful bad, and I said, what's the matter, Nora? You know, I'm kind of sorry for her. And she said, Oliver's been picking on me, you know, and he was a bastard anyway, and they're picking on me, and I said, why don't you knock his goddamn ears down? Hit him with anything you got. And like that. So anyways, she went on her way, and a couple of weeks later, she come in there, and just listen to this, is good one. I'm sitting in a chair. She comes in there, and she says, I'm mad at you. I said, mad at me? What the hell? I didn't do nothing. You told Mama! You told Mama! You know.
What?
Yeah, I said, what the hell did you tell Mama? That I should hit Oliver when he picks on me. But I allowed goddamn crazy.
Did Oliver hit her?
No. That the bastard. He was I don't know if he's alive or not.
Oh no, you know what happened to Oliver?
What?
Last time we saw Eileen, Oliver was just really, he kept losing more bricks off his load. So they built a little house out back of their house, and they kept Oliver there. And Oliver, all he wanted to eat was raisins.
Yeah.
They went back out there, and Oliver was making his own wine.
Good man, huh? You're having a good time.
Well, you know when Father owned the electric shop in Gregory, one day Nora came down the street pulling her wagon anyhow, and she'd come to the front door and she'd yell, Bob! Bob! Father'd want to run out the back. So she brought the radio in to be fixed, you know. And
Father,
you know.
I was sitting there and I was afraid she's gonna cold cock me, you know. I was sitting there and she was right, you knew? I said, what did I tell you? You know what you told Mama. And she went on that way and geez, she was just all hot and bothered, you know. I didn't know if she's gonna shit or go blind. You know, she's hollering and yelling. And, Ma says, good Lord, Nora. Did he do something to you? Well, I think he told Mama because Mama come home and she said, you go into Flynn's and you tell him every goddamn thing that's going on here. It went on that way, you know. It was I got a kick out of it afterwards.
Well, you know, in later years, Grandma the mom came into Mother, and she says, Rose, she said, you gotta help her. You gotta do something. She said, Nora's being mean to the cow. She said, and I don't know what to do. She said, you know, Nora's being mean to the cow.
And she's using very foul language. All the neighbors are complaining.
Yeah, because Nora cusses the cow. And Mother said, well, don't worry, Mrs. Langen, I'll take care of it. So Mother wrote a letter. Nora, Miss Nora Langen, and so on. It has come to my attention that this and so on, and that you're using foul language, and you are mistreating the cow, and so on. Signed, the Mayor of Gregory.
And she said, you gotta nail it because Nora picks up the mail.
Yeah, every day. First thing Nora gets the
And
mail.
your mother wrote this in letters about this big, so she can read it.
Yeah,
Nora,
you couldn't miss it.
Nora, you gotta stop cussing that cow. There, Gregory.
So next time Mother ran into Mrs. Langen, she said, how's Nora? Oh, it worked. Mrs. Langen said, it worked.
She's really afraid of the cow.
But I don't know.
You know, that would have made a goddamn good movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, you know.
Nobody would believe it.
I'll tell you what happened. They used to come in, you know, and stay overnight, you know, which is like a hotel or a high chaparral home. All them goddamn buildings were pushed up together, you know.
Yeah.
And, people from clear out in another county would come in and the freighters, the guys are hauling freight out to them tunnels, you know, and they'd unhook their horses, you know. And I remember this jackass I had, this mule. This guy come in, you know, and those horses are all sweaty, you know, forehead on there. He started on hitching the horses on one side. This jackass, he was a stud, you know, harder than hell. He ran up and he bit this mare on the neck. And this guy got mad, he took the neck yoke off. He had the neck yoke already from the Hames on hook. He took it and he just slammed it over that mule's head. The goddamn mule knocked him out. He just laid there. I thought he killed the goddamn mule. I'll tell you, I'd like to have a movie of our place and a 5-legged cow there and a monkey and...
Tell us about the
ferret.
But Mom, what did your dad tell you about this high chaparral?
The wagon down with the
What did you think when you went by there and
the wagon come down on you.
Jane, we used to drive by there with horse and buggy, and us kids would sit in the back, and my older sister Marie the dogs from the Flynn farm would run out and bark at the horses going by, you know. So Marie says, who lives there with all these shacks up again? Dad says, oh, they're a bunch of outlaws.
It's all in the perspective.
What did he say when you started dating him? Well, when I started dating him, my dad didn't really know until after we was married.
After he's married.
He lived out in White River, quite a ways from where we lived.
You didn't tell him.
So after we were married, we went out there to see Dad. And I don't know, maybe he didn't realize even who the guy was.
Good thing.
All you heard was they were outlaws. You didn't know their names.
Anyway,
But then finally my stepmother was hard hearing, you know.
She had an ear horn.
So,
she wanted to hear everything and she couldn't.
yeah. So we would talk to her, and then she finally asked my dad, she was a strong Lutheran, so she asked my dad, what religion does he belong to? And she asked my dad, and he said, Catholic. Oh, she said. She was hard of hearing. She couldn't hear what she sounded like.
Her dad, see,
She made that. My
she
little
forgot
one
that
was so
she
terrible.
couldn't hear herself fart, you know. She had that little horn up here. And, what did he say? And Art said that his Liebberg is German. He said he's a Catholic. Ooh! The black bastard and everything else.
Mom, how come you didn't dance with Dad right away?
No, she thought I was
When you went to the dances.
Yeah.
Why didn't you dance with him?
He was an Indian.
You thought he was
So
an
I turned
Indian?
him down, yeah.
She didn't know I was one of Casey's Indians.
And I still think he's Indian.
Jerry, you think we could get any fishing rights out there?
That's right. We wish you were.
Get out of there.
Well, it's kind of memorizing all this stuff because a lot of things happen. We had people that come clear out in Bennett County, horse and buggies that come into our place, you know, and I remember the kid never saw, he was 12 years old and never saw a Turanian or ninja. So they stopped at our house overnight. So anyway, he wanted to see, he was a little kid, he's 12 years old, never saw a railroad engine. So my mother said, why don't you take the little Bennett boy down to the depot tonight when the train comes in. So I takes him down there, you know, and see the steamer coming in. It was all, just like a kid with a new toy. Never saw a railroad. They lived way out in the boondocks, out in Bennett County. And I remember this woman, the poor woman, she had twin babies. And I remember she come in and stayed overnight, and the next day was 4th of July. So they wanted me to go along up to Dallas. Gregory never had nothing going on in Gregory on 4th of July. It was always up to the next town. Gregory didn't want no celebrations on the corner. Fireworks might burn the goddamn town down. So let him burn Dallas up. It didn't matter. But anyway, we goes up there, and he never, they lived out there in the boondocks where they never saw nothing. And I remember there's a baseball game on, and he was so interested watching the game, and all of a sudden, somebody hit a baseball, and he hit it right in the top. Hit the kid, he was looking around, just going around. And Christ, it's just the blood come out, you know, and the handkerchief and wiping it off. And I remember she had these kids, and Christ, she'd no sooner get the diapers off of one and the other one was pissing, and she'd have to change that one, and she'd have them on the buggy top, and the edge of the wind was blowing him to dry him out some. And she put that same used diaper back on the other kid.
That's recycled.
Sitting in the buggy in the back seat, and then wet diapers back and forth.
Well, if it's just does to me, I just have to turn my underwear inside out and wear it.
God. I sure have
Goodness, bad news.
About the twins.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
right.
wants to know about the new wagon he picked up.
Oh, you know, right?
Twin boys, they were real 6 years old and identical or?
No.
Oh, yes.
Just a tongue.
Well, now they shouldn't do so much work, but I bet it wasn't.
It's still a lot of work.
Really
because
good.
Oh, yeah,
they're
I'm
raised-
sure.
Why don't we gonna raise children?
Down,
Each
and
one's
the
at a
water
different
tower
stage.
on there.
Yeah.
That's
But
where the
when they're
city
both
has the water
relatively
pressure.
in the same
Up on
plane,
there.
it's always
I
a
used
little
to-
crazier. Because
Do they have
Anyone
twin
new would
top?
come to town, I
They have their
remember
own
my
lake
dad had some friends from Chicago.
that's more
And he took them all up
typical
on the
of
big view and
identical
left the town with them.
We have a
One of the guys
friend,
from Chicago
Richard
said,
O'Flynn, and
"For
he and
Christ's
his
sake," he
brother
said, "I
had
suppose
twin dogs.
you don't want
They
to farm
did.
like this. with this goddamn
Then
girl.
how old are your other two
What the
children?
hell would you do, James?
14 and 10.
Girls.
Well, he said if you had some dynamite, you could raise
Two
a hell of
girls
a
and
lot
two
of
boys.
rock. That's what he said. I remember they went hunting.
It's nice that it
These
worked
guys
out
from
fine.
Chicago, they come out there, you know, and we had spring wagon, and there was 4 of them guys, and my dad, and me. I was just a kid about 11 years old. And we go south to Gregory, and the farms out there were homesteaders, and the guys plowed it up and put it in grain, and then they got a crop off of it. Some of them didn't cut the crop. Next year, there's a volunteer crop come up. So anyway, they're just full of prairie chickens out there. Some guy come into my dad's home and told him about it. So this Sunday, my dad took these guys, and we all got this team of horses, and this buggy, and out we goes about 9 miles south of Gregory, and a couple of miles west, and they said, okay, we're gonna walk through this field. Now you guys, we stay apart, about 50 feet apart. We go up this side, we come down the other. It's about a quarter of a mile. So anyway, I said, well, I'll stay in the buggy. But it sounded like a bunch of goddamn firecrackers going off. Them guys from Chicago shooting at prairie chickens. And my dad had hunting dogs, you know. He'd run up and he'd just freeze like that, and he'd have to nudge him with your knee to get the dog, and then he'd run. And these prairie chickens up they'd get, you know, bang, 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 and he had loaded his own shells, my dad did. He had a shell loaded out. And these guys, it sounded like a bunch of firecrackers coming back, and I said, well, how many prairie chickens you get, Dad? He said, I got 6. I said, what did you get, Mr. So-and-so? Nothing. So they weren't getting nothing, they were just shooting, they were just missing. But you know, it's funny, my dad, you know, he could really, like teal, I mean, you know, jack snipes and long bills, used to be a bunch of them west of Chicago there in the snow. He'd go out and bring a whole sack of them. They were really good eating, they're only about twice as big as that. But they were good eating. I remember him, you know, going out and getting them.
You know, speaking about good eating, remember the time when you guys brought all those extra guys from Rabbit?
Oh, Jesus. I said, God, I said, Ma, I says, my mother was out there. I said, look at the nice meat, this muskrat. It looks just like a cottontail. Well, she said, hell, in Chicago, they call them marsh rabbits. This restaurant's back there, they serve them. They call them marsh rabbits. So anyway, John says, what are you doing? I said, we're going to cook some of these marsh rabbits. You are like hell. Well, Ma says they're all right. They cook them in Chicago, and I'm goddamn, but we're going to throw these away. There's a lot of good meat here. And so anyway, Morgan Fields was some characters from way out there come in. So anyway, John says, I wouldn't eat none of them bastards. So anyway, my mother says, you don't have to eat them. We've got 2 cottontails, rabbits. Now what will happen, I'll take them in there and set them down in front of Morgan Fields, and you, I'll put the rabbit in front of you, the cottontails. Okay, so anyway, here we're all eating, you know, and they pass the plate around and around and around, and anyway, John is yak, talking and bullshit, yak, and he went around and pretty soon the cottontails were gone, and John speared one of these goddamn muskrats. He got about half done eating, and all of us, he jumped up from the table, and my mother said, what's the matter, John? Goddamn bastards, you'll be cooking snakes next. What's the matter? She says, well, when they're cleaning them, these muskrats had a tail on them. About that close to the rear end, there was stump sticking out, and he said, I called out, I saw the tail sticking out of that. Well, I just about got done eating it. Oh, God.
You know, and they do snakes in China.
These are no goddamn made up
We
piece of
went
true
by
life.
this place
These are just
in
took it and got the snakes then. About half crying. You did
Were there a
good.
lot of
And I
snakes?
screamed
lot of
the guy
snakes
that
that
could
could
be like
Yes, there was a lot of snakes.
But
There
they
was
had
rattlesnakes
been
even out there.
carrying
east
out
of
all
Denver.
these snake
Yeah.
skins.
What
Right.
kind
You know our dogs, you had a dog, and a rattlesnake started running.
Hey,
Going
that
like
looked
that.
good.
The dog would run
Snake
up,
or
and
muskrat,
he'd
right?
grab my middle, and he just snapped like that.
Of course, we were eating Chinese.
Rags?
Yeah, just
Was it rags?
Muskrat kind of red.
No, another
Or
dog.
red.
I don't know.
Yeah, I had a hard time doing that. It's funny,
We had
China,
China's been
they're
a
going
dog,
out.
my mother had kids.
What about gophers? Did you ever snare gophers?
Gophers,
Guy was doing great. First night, I'd be eating
Prairie dogs.
we had prairie dogs.
weeds.
And, I remember I saw them gravel up by the north side. And there's a prairie dog down and I drove fast.
Pigeon,
yeah.
really crazy. I didn't even know you guys.
And it turned and he went down and he went about 100 foot to another horse.
Well, you know, back there in North Dakota, when I was young,
Did they eat them?
no, we never ate them. We used to snare them and catch them. You sold the tails for a penny apiece.
Well, I found it on
Just for bounty.
Just for a bounty. Yeah. You got a penny apiece, and I remember us kids going out in the pasture back there and snaring gophers. Just with a piece of twine, you know. You sit there and wait for them to come out of the hole.
When my dad got these farms, Washington D.C. sent out a paper with these homesteaders. If they're wrong, they can
My 50th birthday,
And I remember, isn't that one of the things that for seeds, what seeds they want, they give them away for free.